Hey guys, I'm Tokyo the Trader. Welcome to my channel where I absolutely simplify trading US30. So we had no NFP this week due to the US government shutdown, although everyone was anticipating some really big moves. So apparently when there is a government shutdown, we are not going to receive certain important news events. This is the very first time that I've ever had to deal with that. So anyways, guys, it is Sunday evening. I'm ready to dive into the charts and just show you guys what I have mapped out for the upcoming week. As you know, success means showing up prepared. So before a really good trading week, I like to do a top-down analysis. I've done this with my community and I want to do it with you guys as well, just to make sure you guys have the best advantage this week. I'm marking my previous day's high and low because I want to determine if I feel as though price is more attractive to taking out the previous day's high or the previous day's low. Based on where this candle is and the fact that we just opened for the week, I have not been able to make that determination yet, but I am going to soon form a bias as we go down to the smaller time frames. So I'm going to hop over to the 4-hour time frame. And what I'm looking for is my last push up and my last push down, which is a swing high and a swing low. So guys, of course, you know, we have this as a swing high simply because price ended the week off, selling, and that's the last place that we got rejection. And I'm going to label this as my last push down before we started to break structure to the upside. And the purpose of this is to determine if price is in a premium or a discounted area. Now, because price has continued to break structure to the upside, as you can see, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, I am still bullish on US30 until we start to break through those swing lows. So price is currently in a premium. And what I'm expecting is that we get into a discounted area so that we can continue to buy. So my first opportunity of the week may be a selling opportunity, and I'd still, of course, want the best advantage of an entry for the sell. And then I'd want to see if we can continue to buy up. Now, the only exception to that is if price continues to sell and break the swing lows. So here's my premium and discount. And the next thing that I'm going to look for is liquidity. And we have some imbalance here. And we have imbalance down here. This is just like unfinished business. And, we expect price to return to these particular areas at some point. So nothing else to see here for me on this 4-hour time frame. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the 1-hour time frame. Now, the 1-hour time frame is really interesting because this is where people started to buy at that New York Open. So I'm going to put Friday, New York Open buyers. Why is that important for me? This is important because these early buyers may be targeted. And as we ended the week, we were breaking structure to the downside. It doesn't look like breaks of structure on this particular time frame, but this is breaks of structure down. And this is kind of where we ended off. We're still in premium, but price may be wanting to kind of, work its way back up just to continue down and target those early buyers, and from there, after I take that first opportunity of the week, I can start to look for where I can get a buying opportunity. But one thing at a time, guys, try not to overcomplicate the trading process. It's good to know the bigger picture, and then it's, after you know the bigger picture, you want to break it down into what your very next move is going to be and what the move could be afterwards, so that you're not trying to sell for too long or you're not trying to buy too early, if that makes any sense. So I now have marked an area of liquidity. These traders may be up for liquidity grabs if, people are still holding these positions. And is it located in discount? Let's kind of close the chart up just a little bit. And yes, these traders are not in discount. These traders are in premium still. So I want price to actually go beneath them. So it's kind of all playing together into my analysis. So now about this area of imbalance that we have up here. Now, the first opportunity may be a sell, and we probably want to take that sell after price, meets us at this area. What I like to do is I like to mark areas of interest in the charts, and I like to wait for price to come to me. You have a better chance at winning than, to chase price around and, you know, kind of get lost in where it wants, you know, to go and what it wants to do. So that's all I have for this 1 hour time frame. Of course, there's a you know, an internal swing low here, and there's one here as well, and we'll get to that in just a minute. But before that, I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame here, because I now know the bigger picture that I want to continue to buy. But now I want to kind of see what we have going on in this area on the 15-minute. And cleaning up your chart means that you may have to delete certain areas of interest and kind of, you know, turn them into two areas. So we have this higher area here, and then we have this lower area here. Now this is the candle that broke structure, so my focus is more so on this lower area, but I'm gonna leave both marked just in case. Now my idea for sell, right, because I want to sell to buy, is that price would meet me somewhere in between these two areas, and I'd be able to take a selling opportunity. Of course, when my confirmations meet, that could be my first opportunity of the week, a sell. And I would be targeting these Friday New York Open buyers down here. That would be a target for me. I would be targeting those buyers. I'd like to see them being stopped out of this market. We did also open with a gap, which lets me know that, you know, price is going to come back down and fill up that gap. So this is where I'm going to leave an alarm, and I'm kind of making life a little bit easier for myself before we get to that New York Open. So that's kind of an idea that I have here, my first opportunity of the week. Of course, this looks a little bit different. The imbalance is now here. So we have all of this imbalance here. It's kind of making sense. This could be an area of interest to buy. However, I do want to see that area actually being swept out. So as we go to the 5-minute time frame, price should be making higher highs and higher lows, because I want it to get to this high area. So I actually want price to go higher up into premium so that I can take a sell opportunity and I could target those Friday buyers. From there, I'd like to get back to the higher time frame, to one of my areas beneath the imbalance. And I'm not going to worry about that yet, one thing at a time. So, you know, maybe by Tuesday, I'll start to kind of redo my charts or update my charts, and I'll start to look for certain areas of interest, you know, for me to take buying opportunities. For now, there's imbalance right above this area. This could be a potential buying opportunity. This is right beneath those buyers there. So this could be a potential buying area. Right down here could be a potential buying area. But I want to focus on these areas as price gets closer to them, if price is going to go to these areas. Sometimes price is satisfied with imbalance as well, and not the OBs. And sometimes price creates demand right above particular areas. So when price does get to discount, and this is where discount is right beneath these buyers, I will start to monitor price and see where I can get an advantage for an entry. So this is pretty much what I'm looking for with US30, these particular areas. Nothing too crazy. I'm going with the flow. So I've already gone ahead and marked my areas of interest on a trade locker, and I've set some alerts as well. I'm totally prepared for the week. I had a really nice trading week, I would say, all greens. And I had to learn the hard way that, you know, trading with the right broker is really important. You know, when you hit that execution button, you want to get in right where, you know, you want it to get in, not 10 points higher. No lagging, especially at that 9:30 open. I need my broker to be on point. So I'm actually trading with Gates FX, and I'm having a really wonderful experience. It's working for me and my community. We love it. And if you're also interested in trading on the Gates FX platform, you could click the link in the description. And if you gain any value from this video whatsoever, you might want to consider subscribing. I'll be back midweek with an update on US30.